Welcome. Today we will read lesson 117 in the workbook and in the text, chapter 12, section 1, the judgment of the Holy Spirit, paragraphs 1 through 6. For morning and evening review. 103. God, being love, is also happiness. Let me remember love is happiness, and nothing else brings joy. And so I choose to entertain no substitutes for love. 104. I seek but what belongs to me in truth. Love is my heritage, and with it joy. These are the gifts my Father gave to me. I would accept all that is mine in truth. On the hour. God, being love, is also happiness. On the half hour. I seek but what belongs to me in truth. Joy is everywhere, being as unlimited as love, of which it is an attribute. And happiness, being love, lets one recognize that happiness is infinite in nature. Joy and peace are not imagined illusions, but have been bestowed upon a mind at one with its source. Love is one's inheritance, and with it joy and peace. Sacrifice and pain are not required to awaken to the awareness of what one is. Let one gladly receive these gifts from divinity today. For nothing else can serve as substitutes for what can never be threatened or taken away. For there is no loss in happiness and love. And with this understanding, all fear fades away, and all darkness disappears in the presence of its light. And now for our text reading for today, from chapter 12, section 1, the judgment of the Holy Spirit, paragraphs 1 through 6. You have been told not to make error real. And the way to do this is very simple. If you want to believe in error, you would have to make it real because it is not true. But truth is real in its own right. And to believe in truth, you do not have to do anything. Understand that you do not respond to anything directly, but to your interpretation of it. Your interpretation thus becomes the justification for the response. That is why analyzing the motives of others is hazardous to you. If you decide that someone is really trying to attack you, or desert you, or enslave you, you will respond as if he had actually done so, having made his error real to you. To interpret error is to give it power, and having done this, you will overlook truth. The analysis of ego motivation is very complicated, very obscuring, and never without your own ego involvement. The whole process represents a clear-cut attempt to demonstrate your own ability to understand what you perceive. This is shown by the fact that you react to your own interpretations as if they were correct. You may then control your reactions behaviorally, but not emotionally. This would obviously be a split or an attack on the integrity of your mind, pitting one level within it against another. There is but one interpretation of motivation that makes any sense. And because it is the Holy Spirit's judgment, it requires no effort at all on your part. Every loving thought is true. Everything else is an appeal for healing and help, regardless of the form it takes. Can anyone be justified in responding with anger to a brother's plea for help? No response can be appropriate except the willingness to give it to him, for this and only this is what he is asking for. Offer him anything else, and you are assuming the right to attack his reality by interpreting it as you see fit. Perhaps the danger of this to your own mind is not yet fully apparent. If you believe that an appeal for help is something else, you will react to something else. Your response will therefore be inappropriate to reality as it is, but not to your perception of it. There is nothing to prevent you from recognizing all calls for help as exactly what they are, except your own imagined need to attack. It is only this that makes you willing to engage in endless battles with reality, in which you deny the reality of the need for healing by making it unreal. You would not do this except for your unwillingness to accept reality as it is, and which you therefore withhold from yourself. It is surely good advice to tell you not to judge what you do not understand. No one with a personal investment is a reliable witness, for truth to him has become what he wants it to be. If you are unwilling to perceive an appeal for help as what it is because you are unwilling to give help and to receive it. To fail to recognize a call for help is to refuse help. Would you maintain that you do not need it? Yet this is what you are maintaining when you refuse to recognize a brother's appeal. For only by answering his appeal can you be helped. Deny him your help, and you will not recognize God's answer to you. The Holy Spirit does not need your help in interpreting motivation, but you do need his. Only appreciation is an appropriate response to your brother. Gratitude is due him for both his loving thoughts and his appeals for help, for both are capable of bringing love into your awareness if you perceive them truly. And all your sense of strain comes from your attempts not to do just this. How simple then is God's plan for salvation? There is but one response to reality, for reality evokes no conflict at all. There is but one teacher of reality who understands what it is. He does not change his mind about reality because reality does not change. Although your interpretations of reality are meaningless in your divided state, his remain consistently true. He gives them to you because they are for you. Do not attempt to help a brother in your way, for you cannot help yourself. But hear his call for the help of God, and you will recognize your own need for the Father. It is one's interpretation of a perception that causes one to react emotionally, and not the perception in itself. All perceptions are neutral in nature and have no power other than that which one has given it. Interpreting error gives it power, and having done this, one will not see the truth in it. The Holy Spirit sees that every real thought is loving in nature, and that which is not loving is but a call for help and for healing. The denial of love is but an affirmation of love's presence, and but a call to return to and restore love to one's awareness. Failing to recognize a call for help is but a missed opportunity to receive help for oneself.